On a quiet summer night, a man vanished without a trace. Just hours later, his battered body would be discovered on a lonely beach. But what made this case truly disturbing wasn't just the murder itself. It was the fact that some of the people responsible would later pretend to be concerned, helping police and acting like they wanted justice, while hiding a deadly secret. This is the murder of Gary Pocock.
Gary Pocock was a 34-year-old man from East London. Friends and family described him as a normal man who enjoyed spending time with people he knew. In August 2013, he traveled to the seaside area of Lansdowne, located on the Isle of Sheppey in Kent, England. At first, nothing seemed unusual. But during the evening of August 6th, events began unfolding that would end in tragedy. According to investigators, tensions had developed between Gary and a group of local individuals. Rumors and accusations were spreading, creating hostility and anger. What exactly was said and believed would later become a major focus of the investigation. As darkness fell, Gary found himself surrounded by people who were becoming increasingly aggressive. What happened next was brutal. Prosecutors later stated that Gary was subjected to a violent assault. The attack was so severe that he suffered catastrophic injuries. Alone and unable to defend himself against the group, he had little chance of survival. By the time the violence ended, Gary Pocock was dead. His body was left on the beach.
The killers likely believed the darkness and isolation of the area would protect them from discovery. They were wrong. The following morning, a man searching the beach made a horrifying discovery. Lying on the shoreline was the body of Gary Pocock. Police officers quickly arrived at the scene. The peaceful beach instantly transformed into a major crime scene. Detectives began collecting evidence, interviewing witnesses, and reconstructing Gary's final hours. They needed to answer a critical question: who wanted Gary Pocock dead? As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered a network of people connected to the victim and to each other. Witness statements, forensic evidence, and interviews gradually revealed a disturbing picture of what had happened during that night. One of the most shocking aspects of the case was the behavior of certain suspects after the murder. Instead of fleeing or drawing attention to themselves, some allegedly acted as though they were innocent bystanders. They spoke about the crime, discussed the investigation, and attempted to appear concerned.
But detectives were carefully comparing stories, and the stories didn't match. Small contradictions began appearing. Witness accounts conflicted. Timelines fell apart. The more investigators examined the evidence, the clearer the truth became. Eventually, multiple suspects were arrested and charged. The case moved to court, where prosecutors presented evidence describing a violent group attack that led to Gary's death. Jurors heard details about the assault, the events leading up to it, and the actions taken afterward. After reviewing the evidence, the court found several individuals responsible. Significant prison sentences followed, including life sentences for some of those involved. For Gary's family, no verdict could undo what happened. A son, friend, and loved one had lost his life in a senseless act of violence. But the convictions ensured that those responsible would be held accountable.
The murder of Gary Pocock remains a chilling reminder of how quickly rumors, anger, and group violence can escalate into tragedy. It also demonstrates an important truth about criminal investigations. No matter how carefully someone tries to hide the truth, mistakes are always left behind. And sometimes, those mistakes are all detectives need. What do you think was the biggest mistake made by the killers in this case? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this true crime story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more mysterious cases, unsolved mysteries, and real-life criminal investigations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next case.